Hey guys, what's going on? And welcome back to Conquering Time. So last time we attempted to do this on the Switch and it failed. So I'm gonna make a bet today. I'm gonna make a bet. A bet. I've been practicing this now. I've consistently gotten to 5 a.m. Now I haven't beaten it on purpose so that I have to beat it on the video, because as you guys can see here, there's only 2 stars. You get the 3rd star for beating it. I've consistently got to 5 a.m. I feel pretty good about it. So here's the bet. You ready? If we do this today, the previous video of Conquering Time will be deleted forever.
Wow.
Because I want this series to start off on a good note. So if I beat this today, it's gonna be deleted forever.
Alright.
So all the views, all the comments, everything.
You'll just have to deal with us talking.
Huh?
You'll just have to deal with us talking. I don't know if that's gonna be a big problem.
What are you talking about?
What?
I figured that you were practicing in quiet mode.
No, yeah, you guys are gonna be quiet.
Oh.
You're not saying a darn thing. Yeah, that's how this works.
Okay.
So what's probably gonna end up happening is I'll probably commentate in post, because I'm gonna be completely silent during this. I do not speak during this. There's too much going on in my brain that my talking is like not relevant. So I'll probably be talking in post to you guys. But for right now, we're gonna try. I'm gonna give it a couple attempts. We are beating this today. I'm telling you that right now. I'm fully confident we're beating this today. And like I said, if we do, that previous video of Conquering Time will be deleted, because I want this series to start off on a good note.
It will go bye-bye forever.
So
You won't see it ever
now the
again.
main problem here is actually, so on Switch, the main problem was that my camera kept switching without me wanting it to, because obviously you don't have a mouse in PC or on Nintendo Switch, so you move the camera with the joystick, but you also look around with the joystick, so you had 2 controls for the same thing. And what ended up happening was, the strategy I'm using, you have to keep on Freddy's camera the entire time. If you move even a second, you're dead. And just so happened that when I was playing on Switch, I would like move the cursor too early, and the camera would go off of Freddy, and I'd be dead. And I don't even think we made it past 3 a.m. on those attempts.
No,
Yeah.
we didn't.
So it was a real mess, but now I think we can do it. So let's get into it, shall we?
Just depends on also if Chica decides to not be a meanie head.
All right. So Chica was a douche. Cool. She's not supposed to do that. On 20 mode, they move like exponentially faster. But Chica decided that was literally the first time that happened. So Chica just wanted to get her little. She wanted to get a little pity jump scare in.
You're supposed to leave immediately, not stay.
That's why I didn't check, because when I was practicing, they all leave immediately. And actually checking the light wasted power, so I never did it. But if Chica's gonna act that way, then I might just have to check it.
Gonna play hard to deal with.
What?
Why is everyone being such a douche this time? When I was practicing, I would consistently get to 5. Now that we're actually trying to do it on video, that's when they attack me all the time. That is such horse baloney.
That is so stupid.
Literally, Foxy. In fact, most of my runs, Foxy never came at me. That is
Come on.
literally the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. Hey guys, Editing Ethan here. So, obviously, I was not able to talk during this, as I said before, in the actual in the video itself. So I just kind of want to walk you through my strategy here, because I did beat 420 mode like back in like 2016 or something, back when like only whatever, I think it was back when only 4 was out at that point. And so I beat it, but my previous strategy was to once Freddy got to the right door, it was to close the door and leave it closed until he maybe left, which he usually didn't. And it was a very hard strategy, and it usually doesn't work, and especially now it really doesn't work. But the strategy I'm currently using, so the reason I keep flipping up the camera and I'm not really looking at it is because as long as you flip up the camera that Freddy's on, he doesn't move. And I'm not sure exactly how that works. I think just because you're staring at him the entire time, he doesn't move, and so he doesn't come into the office. So I'd never need to close that door unless Chica's there, which she just was there. And the thing with Bonnie's not too important. He'll just come on the side like that, and you just close the door on him. Both Bonnie and Chica leave pretty quickly, so you usually can open the door after you check the camera. But the strategy is to flip with the camera, because Foxy, you don't need to look at his camera on 420 mode. You just need to look at a camera, and he will be prevented from like coming at you as fast. And so the strategy here is to just go from one side to the other side, and in between you switching sides to flip with the camera real quick. If you flip with the camera for too long, that gives Bonnie and Chica a chance to come into your office or lock the door so that you can't like close it, that would be detrimental to your run. And the main thing with Freddy, like I said, is you just got to keep on his camera. And the reason this didn't work on the Switch version is because the camera button and the move left and right button was the same. They were obviously, it was just a joystick, right? And so oftentimes I would open the camera and I would be moving too quickly, and I would switch to a different camera, and Freddy would kill me. And it was really not good, and I didn't think it was possible. I mean, I'm sure it's possible, but I haven't seen anyone do it on Switch, so I don't know. But I just figured it was way easier to do it on the PC, which it was definitely way easier. Like this was way easier than the Switch ever did. I don't even think we got to like 2 a.m. on the Switch, just because of how hard it was. But yeah, and then with Foxy, he's not really a problem. You just have to. The main thing with him is once you get near like 3 to 4 a.m., you should probably start checking his cove. So the way you check his cove is once Chica is at the door, you close it, and then you switch to Foxy's cam, making sure that that right door is closed so Freddy can't get in. And then you check his cove, see where he's at. If he's not even opened yet, you're pretty good set for the night. If he's opening a little bit, you might want to keep that in the back of your mind. And if he's like kind of coming, if like he's about to come at you, that means you probably didn't look at the camera enough. And so the Foxy usually will come once a night. But if you're really good at what you're doing, then he won't come at all. Which is what will happen in this run. I hate to spoil it, but that's what's going to happen in this run. He never came at me once, so I just had to worry about Bonnie and Chica. Now you'll notice here that I would flip up the camera after I saw Bonnie or Chica in the doorway. It was usually Bonnie. And that's because there was times where I just kind of saw them and I was too quick. And so I didn't have time to, well, I did have time, but I didn't think of it. And so I went quickly back and closed the door. So there is a bit of grace period to, like, close the door on them. If you wait too long, though, that's when they will lock the door on your face. And the situation with this game, I'm not sure how the other ones would work, but, like, I had to keep moving my, my hand position, because I kept, like, slowly sliding my hand off the desk, which made, because I was moving, like, slowly and more slowly down, right? And so I had to keep repositioning my hand, which was hard. So there's times where you'll see me slow down for a second. That's not part of the strategy. That's just me reorienting my hand. But yeah, the thing with Foxy is he's not too hard. One, just gotta check to make sure that he's in the back of your mind. You can never check his camera though if that right door is open, because Freddy will kill you. The second you leave his camera, he will kill you. And the thing about Bonnie is that like he's the one that comes the most often. He will be at your door every 5 or so times you check the light. That's just how he is. And you know, like I said, he leaves pretty quickly too. So he's the most power drainer out of this entire night, I think. Second only to the camera. And so I think that, you know, once you get the handle of like closing the door on him, and then he'll leave pretty quickly. So he's not too big of a waste of power. Speaking of power, in case you want to use this strategy, I'll let you know what kind of percentage you want to look at. I'm not going to spoil anything in relation to the power, but the power is very tight no matter what you really do. And so at 1 a.m. you're looking at around, you want to be around 75 to 80. 80 if you're doing great, 75 if you're doing alright. And 2 a.m. you're looking at I think it's like 60 or 65. And then 3 a.m. you're looking at 40 to 45, or no, yeah, it's 40 to 50, I think, is where you want to be. Of course, which I was not. And 4 a.m. you want to be around like 30 to 35, and then 5 a.m. you want as much power as possible, so you're looking at probably 15% is where you want to be at for that. And you know, it's very hard to conserve power because I mean you pretty much have to do everything right, and that's kind of why this whole challenge thing is. There's a reason it's a challenge, because you have to basically do everything right. One slip up and you're dead, right? So you know, I feel like that's just how it rolls. I'm not exactly sure, you know, why Freddy doesn't attack you. Like I said, I don't know why just by staring at him he doesn't come in. I think it's because Phone Guy says that if you stare at the camera, it prevents them from moving, which I guess is possible. But you know, I think just because he's on 420, because he's on 20, he doesn't like he has a grace period or something. Because I do know that like if it were true 20 mode, like you would just lose instantly because they'd all get in. Like you wouldn't have a second to close the door on them. You know, just with Foxy, you'll notice that I haven't really checked Foxy all that much, and that's because I noticed that he wasn't even out of his area yet, or like he wasn't even peeking out, right? So that to me says that I'm doing an excellent job in keeping him out, and so I didn't really need to worry about him. So he never came this night. Now you notice it just turned 5 a.m. and I was at 12% power, which is not terrible, but it wasn't great either. But it was just showing me that, you know, once I got to this point, my heart did start to beat a little faster because I was worried that this is where the choking point can be. Because either you die to, maybe Foxy comes at the worst possible time, Chica or Bonnie locks the door and you can't open it, or sometimes you accidentally switch the camera and Freddy kills you, you know, like that kind of stuff. Or you just run out of power, and that could be a very big problem as well. Because at 5 a.m. you want to preserve as much power as possible, and I don't recommend just sitting in the room because Foxy's on 20 mode. He will come at you. Now you'll notice here in a second that Bonnie's going to come to my left there, and I'm going to have to just kind of sit here because he locks the door. Which, like I said, so I tried clicking the door there, it didn't work. So I just put my hands back and leave it. So I'm going to let current Ethan take the mantle. All right, we're holding on. We're holding on. Freddy, why did you go? You better not. Freddy, I swear to God. Just sing your song, man. Just sing your song.
We want to hear it.
Well, I love your song, man. It's the best song in the world. Just keep singing it. Let's go! Woo! Yeah, baby! That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah!
Yeah.
Dude, I was sweating bullets when Bonnie had locked the door. I was like, "This is Foxy. This is where Foxy kills me." Woo! I told you we're beating it today. Oh boy, yeah. Like I said, Chica and Foxy just wanted to get their jump scare. I'm like, "Hey, I'm important, right?"
No.
Man. Woo-hoo. There it is, baby. The third star. Let's go.
On the third.
That is
star, let's go.
literally impossible on the Switch. That is like, if you can beat that on the Switch, you're truly the king of FNAF. But like, holy frick. Woo! Man.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, when Bonnie locked the door on my face, luckily he did that at 1% and not like at 50 or something. I would have tried. Because at that point, like if Chica locks the door, at least that point I can sit there and maybe like try to predict Foxy. But even still, it's like it was over. But man,
That was like Bonnie locking the door. That was like true terror.
I literally, my heart stopped and I took my hand off the controller. I'm like, okay. But also, when Freddy
transmission.
when he instant transmission, I got real worried because
Yeah, my phone-
I knew I needed extra time. Whew.
Thankfully, he gave us time with a song.
Yeah, I don't know if you can commentate on that. Good luck, because my brain was just scrambling of mixed with it. Luckily, Foxy wasn't a problem that time. Had Foxy been a problem, the run might have been over, because you're kind of banking on the idea that Foxy doesn't attack you, because if he does, he drains like 1 to 2 in the first time, but the second time, he drains like 5 to 6, and 5 to 6 is detrimental. That your run's over at that point. So if he comes at you once, you can maybe spare the 1 to 2, 1 or whatever. But he didn't even come out of his current at all. So he was very nice there. Chica was fine. The real only problem was Bonnie, which he's not usually that much of a problem. But like he was the one that came the most often, and there would be times where I'd flip up the camera and realize, oh shoot, he's there, so I had to close it. Luckily, he allowed me to in those cases, but... Alright, Conquering Time, we did it.
We did it.
Five Nights at Freddy's, you are done. Over. So, complete. There we go. So, that means that the previous video of Conquering Time will be deleted. Because we have now completed it. There is no failures here. So, I want to start the series on a good note. Now, keep in mind that there will be, from now on, if we do not complete a challenge, we'll probably leave it at that. The FNAF, I just wanted to give a second chance because I felt like it was better to give a second chance on the computer than to have it a second chance on the Switch, because the Switch is just impossible. Same thing with the FNAFs going forward. I'll probably buy them on Steam. I've already given Scott like all my money anyway. And so I'll buy FNAF 2. FNAF 3, I have to see. I'm not sure if that's even a fun challenge, because this was fun like to do. So I'm assuming FNAF 2 might be fun as well. But I don't know. It's just like 3 is just, I don't know, it's just not that fun of a game in general. So we'll see if I come back to that. Then again, the entire point of the series is to challenge ourselves again. So maybe we'll see. And then, yeah. Also, speaking of which, if you do like FNAF, we have, what's it called? Pizzeria Simulator coming soon. And then we also have, I don't know when this will come out is the problem. But we're going to be doing One Night at Flumpty soon, because apparently there's a third one. And you guys also said you wanted to see more FNAF fan games, so I feel like that's a good place to start. We might also do Candy soon. I've seen someone play the third one. Not the entire thing, but I've watched a couple people play through the third one. I've never really watched the first one or the second one. There's a fourth one too, isn't there? I can't remember.
I don't know.
Anyway, so you'll be seeing some more FNAF fan games, but Conquering Time, we're starting on a good note. So say goodbye to that video, because the old video, it's gone. By the time you guys are watching it, it will be deleted. So, that's going to be it from us, guys. So thank you guys so much for watching. And next time, we'll conquer... I'm not sure what challenge we're doing next. We're thinking of returning to Overcooked. Because we never even got to the fourth world or whatever. We like stopped on the boat world or whatever it was. Or not even that. It was just like they required too many stars. So we'll see. Because I don't want to just keep doing... I don't want to do like all the FNAFs in order again. Because I feel like there's some other challenges that like I feel like would make more sense to do first. So we'll see. But we'll have to figure out what challenge we want to do next. What challenge we failed in the past and can conquer this time maybe. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.